got the transmission cleaned up yesterday. Everything looked good. We're in the shop today. We have the truck up on jack stands. I've already drained the oil. We're gonna go ahead and pull the drive shaft, pull the transmission. I'm gonna replace the U-joints in this process. So let's get to it.
Thank you.
Alright, so I'm going to open this transmission up because when we went to go drain the oil out of it, when we were pulling out of the donor vehicle, it had some water in it. So I just want to look and be sure that it's going to at least last for a little bit of time it takes us to rebuild the one that's coming out of the 92. Oh yeah, that looks good in there.
I don't know if y'all can see that good. Ooh, it smells not good.
It smells like gear oil.
Well, gear oil stinks.
Yeah, it smells horrible. Yeah, so none of the gears are rusted up in there. We're gonna go ahead and put this joker in just like that. That gasket's actually still good on the bottom of there. It didn't rip. I'll clean all that out, and we're gonna put it in. All right, so we got the front of the truck up on jack stands. I got this back wheel picked up just enough that I can rotate it back and forth to move the drive shaft. We're gonna uncouple the drive shaft from the third member, and the drive shaft's got to come out to change the transmission either way, but we are going to be changing the universal joints as part of this project. Grab an adapter and hit that. You can just keep rolling. gonna slide this pan back in case anything comes out the back of the transmission whenever I pull the shaft.
Oh, it's coming out right there.
That's fine. We'll just wipe it up. I'll let that go ahead and bleed out. Alright, the shaft's out. We're going to reposition and we're going to pull the cross member. I'm about to pull the shifter. And this is just some Phillips screws that are, I think there's 4 of them, if I remember right. 1 on each side. And then 3 10mm bolts that allow the shifter to come out the hole. Maybe it's 3. Maybe it's 3 screws and 3 bolts. So at that point, the boot will come right up. And then you have 1 bolt right here in the front. So same thing, three Phillips screws and 3 10mm screws to pull the shifter. Alright, so we got the drive shaft pulled. I'm going to go ahead and drop the ground for the transmission and the reverse light switch, and then I'll start pulling all the bolts for the transmission and drop the cross member before I pull the bolts. Alright, we had a little mishap. First of all, this 3/8 impact, I don't know who makes it, but it's shit. And Monique accidentally quit recording. So I went ahead and busted this loose with the ratchet. I'm going to pull it out with the air. So this is just a little ground strap that is right here on the transmission. All I did was pull that loose, and that's the one that hung up on us whenever we pulled the donor transmission out. All those.
Makes it easier.
Yeah, it does make it easier.
I think I need some of those clear safety glasses. I got chunks in my eyes.
You got chunks in your eyes from the air from the impact?
I think the vibration is knocking something off. Maybe it's the air.
Undo the speedo cable. Yep, I'm glad we pressure washed this before we did this, because they still got a little bit of dirt and stuff underneath here, but it's way better than that other one was. So that's the speedometer. The reverse lights are right here. It's just two connectors. Wrap that around there and tuck it in itself. Wrap that round over here. That speedometer cable leaked gear oil out of it, and it hit me right on the side, like almost in my eye. 12mm bolt should not have 100 pounds of torque on it. Man.
You actually got the oil still on your forehead.
It's still dripping from something, and I don't know what it's dripping from. Jesus, man. Oh. Oh. I gotta get a breaker bar. Oh, this is fucking ridiculous.
You think he got zilled that with his hands, or do you think he used some type of tool?
I have no earthly idea, but I know it's fucking monkey nuts, balls fucking like gorilla fucking tight. Like, that shit's almost to the point of probably stretching the threads. I think the torque on these bolts is like 80 foot-pounds or something. should be. Those got 3 nuts on them, so I'm gonna close those off with the impact. Pulling the clutch cable out right now.
Feels so much better with that other door open. It's not so humid.
I need this right here because I gotta pull these 10 millimeters out for this plate. They're all out.
Oh,
What?
something flew in my eye when that shit popped apart.
Alright.
That looks clean.
So after I pulled the transmission out, I went to go stick my finger in there for the clutch. And that is the inner race of the pilot bearing. Alright, so AutoZone didn't have the pilot bearing in stock, actually, and had a problem even searching for the same one that comes up on their website. So I just ordered it from the website. We're going to go ahead and post this video at the halfway mark, so you get 2 transmission pulls in a row. Also found out why it was so hard to get the bolts out. I talked to the guy that previously owned the truck, it was a friend of mine, and he Loctited the bolts in. So that explains why it took us longer to get this one out than it did the factory one. But we'll go ahead and leave it right here. And as you can see, the parts are on the way from AutoZone. And we'll pick it back up in a couple of days when the bearing comes in.